Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Heir of Bretonnia here, or Heir of Bordeleaux, and we are going to be continuing our Bretonnian chivalrous war of errantry here. And I'm going to continue from the last episode. There was a lot of great comments that you all left on the last episode. I appreciate it. I know some of you are still watching it, so there will probably be more, but I will do my best to address some of those comments each time we play. One of the first comments we got by Jerome was that this would actually probably be the closest we get to Medieval 3. It's true, this might be the closest we ever get to Medieval 3. I know a lot of people feel like it's never going to happen. To be fair, though, I guess Medieval did get 2 games, and Rome got 2 games. I don't know, have we ever seen... I don't think there's never been a 3 from Creative Assembly yet. So, I don't know, we'll see. I mean, personally, I kind of figured, and it may still be something they're working on, personally, I thought that's what we would probably hear about whenever they announced Pharaoh, because it had been a long time. But I also know that they're working on some kind of successor to Three Kingdoms, and in my opinion, that's a questionable project, because Three Kingdoms wasn't a flop, but it certainly... I don't think just like took Total War to a whole new level, so that one, in my opinion, is a little bit questionable to continue work on that title. If it was my choice, I would have poured the resources into a Medieval 3, but you all got some of my conversation on what I think how the Total War franchise should operate. I commented on that recently on some other Rome Total War videos that we were playing, so I'm not going to rehash all that now. I'm going to go ahead and try and move up so that we can go push against Landla, or however, yeah, I don't know. People were trying to tell me how to pronounce the X, by the way, and they were saying it might be kind of like a Spanish, what is it, like a H or J that just kind of makes a hua sound. I guess it probably depends, like Tlaxlan, I don't know when I'm supposed to actually pronounce the X or not. The X's are confusing. They make me angry. Alright, let's keep going while Heir struggles with X's, and then I will get to some more of your comments here, which, by the way, again, always appreciate. T-Rex Rex, oh, and thank you, Jerome, for the comment, by the way, that was fantastic. T-Rex Rex, been a member for a very long time, says, you chose the Alberic campaign, Heir's bringing chivalry and horse riding to the lizards. Glad you aren't grinding through the legendary on this, less stressful. Maybe the Fog of War will be less terrifying. Yes, the Fog of War is somewhat scary whenever you're playing on Legendary, and for good reason. It's just something you have to be keenly aware of. Making a wrong move can put you in trouble real quick because you can't reload. Now, that said, I didn't necessarily pick something that I'm like just thinking will be ridiculously easy. That's certainly not my objective. I picked this one because I just hoped that the balance would be good, right? That this would be a fun campaign that will allow us to move at a good pace, be able to demonstrate some of the nice raw power of our horses, but also just, you know, help us have a good time, right? Still maybe get into some huge, tough battles, but not necessarily be something... Like, for instance, when you put the game on Legendary, Cavalry is actually really sucky whenever you put the game on Legendary, because the AI gets so many defense buffs that Cavalry actually honestly becomes almost useless, and that's like the whole fun part of Bretonnia. It's their only thing. Like, they don't have good missiles, they don't have good artillery, they have kind of okay, monstrous, you know, mounts for their lords. Their magic is okay. I mean, they really need horses. And so I just wasn't super keen on, you know, just like punishing ourselves on Legendary and ruining how the horses were going to work. I'm actually thinking I should have gone north first to hit this army. I think we should go intercept that army first. Kitax is not going to have any defense either. Try and get some logs, and speaking of... Let's go see if we can fire up... We do have trade with Aquitaine, which is good. These guys are not interested in it. Let's go to our quick deal. The Sentinels of Zeddy apparently would like a trade agreement, and I will take that. Again, this is going to be a little different. Some of you all probably expect me to come in kicking the teeth out of the lizards, which I think is probably the intent of the crusade here. But I actually like playing this one a little different, and there's a couple reasons why. One, Wolfheart annoys me because he always attacks me regardless. And two, he's annoying. And if I was going to get allied units, because someone mentioned that I should confederate with Wolfheart because of the allied units that we could get. And yeah, you could get a few cool allied units from Wolfheart, but if I get to be friends with the lizards, I can put dinosaurs in my army. And that is actually a glaring weakness for Bretonnia, which is like decent infantry and huge single entity monsters, and the lizardmen have both in abundance. So I feel like the lizardmen are the better strategic ally, even though it may not be the... Oh, is that the faction I just traded with? It is. That was the faction that I just set up trade with, and they got destroyed. Oh, it's an omen. It's an omen of things to come, people. I think I'm going to go ahead and crush Tzeentch here. They're going to... They probably won't be able to easily get through Laxland there. I mean, they might be able to. It's not great. But if I attack this force here, they'll likely get reinforcements from Huolotl. Let's declare war. Should get some chivalry points for attacking these cursed demons anyway. Oh, they're gonna run away. How Tzeentchy. How Tzeentchy. Why fight when you can run? I don't really want to fight this one on screen because it's just going to be kind of a slog and an annoying one at that. So I'm just going to auto-resolve here, and hopefully we'll get a fight against them soon. I guess we could put the Scarecrow banner on, though I'm honestly not very concerned about a Scarecrow banner. Picked up a Feather Photor. What's all this specialty anti-air stuff? There's too many of these items. I guess it's occasionally useful when you have a very specific foe who uses a lot of flyers, and Tzeentch does have a fair amount of flyers, so I don't know, maybe it'll end up being particularly useful, but I'm not holding out hope against hope here. We are making better income now, which is great, so we've picked up a little bit of chivalry here too, so chivalry is... climbing. Let's go take care of our skill points. I'm going to save a little money on this turn end. I'm going to put another skill point here into... We did Aspiring Knights. Let's finish up Worshippers of the Grail. You can see that it's already having an impact. We've got better weapon strength and stats across the board here on the Foot Squires, and then our Knights are already getting pretty stacked, and they have not even hit Tier 7, and there is the... skill points on our Lord that we can use where once they get to Tier 7 they get additional benefits. And those are really fun, and they should make our Knights pretty ludicrous. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I will go ahead and build this building, so that'll help us make some more trade income. Let's go ahead and end our turn. I like really trying to ramp up that trade income. You can make a lot of money off of trade in this starting region as Alberic, so it's definitely part of my general hope from a strategy standpoint. Stephen Matuk, thanks for being a long-time viewer. I know I've seen your comments before. He says, don't worry about not posting as often as you used to, Air. Family is important, and we completely understand that you have been busy. We are happy no matter how often or how infrequently you post, because your content, whether it be constant or rare, is absolutely fantastic. Well, thank you. Those are very kind words. And yeah, that's if anybody's wondering why my channel's different, it's because my life is different now. When I was at my peak in terms of uploading and like views on the channel monthly and all that kind of stuff, first of all, there weren't as many creators out there. I was one of a smaller crowd. But also, I didn't have kids when all that was going on. They were being born for the first time after Rome 2 came out. So my life was just a lot different, right? When I came home in the evening, I had more time to spend with Mrs. Eyre. I didn't have to, you know, make sure I was spending some dedicated time with kids because, again, they weren't here yet. I lived in a townhouse. I didn't have to really do a bunch of yard care or other maintenance or other stuff like that. I live in a house now. We've got 2 kids. My responsibilities at work have grown, though I'm not really working extra hours, but, you know, it can leave you tired, too. My boys are getting older, so whenever they were first born, the content didn't change a whole lot because they went to bed at like 7 o'clock. This was actually kind of expected. This happens sometimes. These lizards will declare war on you. These guys are not usually too aggressive. Watch them prove me wrong. But sometimes they'll fight for a while and then end up wanting a peace treaty because Skaven or other people are around. But yeah, my boys were still going to bed very early. And so, you know, just things were different, right? When they go to bed at like 7:30 because they're little babies, you still have plenty of time to record, still plenty of time to spend with Mrs. there, and yeah, things change. And then when I had more time for recording, I could get recording done in big chunks, and then that would allow me to stream sometimes too, right? Because streaming lasts for a couple of hours. So when I got all that extra recording done, I could sit down and do streams and still have video content rolling behind it. That's hard to do now, and I do miss the streams a lot. I really like streaming, and I miss it. And hopefully I'll be able to do it. I think that I might at least try and get back to like a once-a-week stream, and just like have something fun that we can do every week. But yes, I definitely miss streaming because I love the interaction with you all, and it was just a lot of fun. I liked getting to sit and play games with folks, so thank you for the comments. Appreciate it. Ardek, thank you for being a member for such a long time. It says, good to see Patchy making his appearance in the campaign, but I think it should be rendered in the more Bretonnian Patchy with an IE. That's true. That is true. Good point. Oh, look at this. Yeah, look who's here. And yeah, Wolfhard is already here. Interesting. That's going to be curious indeed. Let's see. I really would like to make good with Gorok. Our relationship with them is improving. I think pretty soon we'll be able to get Gorok on our side. I think we should keep working on him. So I did the research that gave me the improved relations with the lizards. Let's see what Wolfhart really likes us, and I could get a trade agreement with him and go against the lizards right now, but that's just not what we're gonna do. I'm gonna knock him out and then go take that Dark Elf land as well. I think last time I played, Wolfhart declared war on the lizards instead of me, and then that ended up making them like me because he also then declared war on me. So he made a lot of enemies really quickly. And then that ended up swinging kind of the tide of everything here. So technically the Sacred Pools is where our army needs to be present at the moment. There's no need for me to start a war with Wulfric this instant. He could get attacked by the Dark Elves. We're likely to be attacked by the Dark Elves soon. I'm not going to be shocked if we get a lot of wars very quickly in our situation. So let's go ahead and end our turn. I'll continue to try and get to some of these comments. And please continue to comment. Tell me unit names. Tell me what you think of the campaign. Tell me my face is ugly. Tell me what you had to eat for breakfast. I mean, I love seeing your comments regardless, so definitely appreciate it. And I don't know if you all noticed, by the way, too, and I'll announce it again here for anybody who's still listening. I'm not going to do a trade agreement with him because I'm very well likely to fight him soon. I am uploading these videos each night. I record at night and I upload them. And I'm probably going to be releasing these around 11 or noon each day, US Central Time. So for my channel members, one of the perks that I'm trying to give you is when I upload these videos at night, I make them immediately viewable to channel members or sponsors. So if you want to support the channel, you can, and you get the perk of being able to watch the videos early. So all of my videos will be uploaded that way now, where if you're a channel member, you get a chance to watch it early. However, if you're not a channel member, and it is fine if you are not, I'm not cutting you out of any content. It will all be released on the same schedule it's been released. I'm just giving that extra time in there for the channel members to get a bit of an exclusive look at videos early. But yeah, again, not cutting anybody out of any content, so I'm just trying to show some appreciation for those who go out of their way and are so amazing at supporting the channel. So then, appreciate it. Let's get to a few more of these. Let's see. Darkvon says, forget the poor hero for the first 2 battles and never gave him his vow. That's true. I need to get his vow. Thank you. I'm going to give you a favorite there in the comments for reminding me about getting the vow. So we need to go rename Patchy with an IE, and we need to take care of the vow. So let's go check the reminder here. Yeah, see, we got another... Well, Alberic can go to his next vow here raise 5 major settlements, kill 5 enemy lords. Now that seems pretty easy. It says enemy lords. Is that like... Well, we have to kill them so they can't run away. Okay. Defeat a legendary lord of Warriors of Chaos, Demons, Skaven, Vampire Counts, Vampire Coast. I don't know how likely it is for us to run into a legendary lord for any of these. This one probably seems like the way to go. So let's do the Pledge to Valor here, and then let's go to our hero.
Now, yes.
Defeat a legendary lord. Win a battle at sea. So win a siege battle in a desert or jungle seems likely, so I'm going to go with that one again. Thank you for reminding me, by the way. And so with Patchy, let's go to the rename, and we're going to put the IE here to make it more Bretonian. So there we go. Let's see.
You know who I am.
Attacking these jerks is a bit of a pain. Probably going to have a pretty significant garrison and army. Yeah, they got some tough stuff in that army. Those are Blessed Croxies, Blessed Temple Guard. Woo! This army's no joke. Oh my gosh, yeah, they are stacked in that garrison. I don't really... that's a big nope for me at the moment. That's a big no. We will just hope that they stay unaggressive and kind of just go about our merry way. Eats is coming around to us. Yeah, they're definitely coming around. Let's balance off that offer. If I give them a little bit of money, they'll take a trade agreement with me, and that's a pretty lucrative trade agreement for me. Which means that we can start to get them more onboarded. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. The lizards are breaking down. I'm getting the lizards on my side now. Alright. So Operation Mako Lizards Like Me is underway. So there we go. We are likely to get lizard allied units soon. That also means
Blessings of the lady be upon you.
We could trade out some of these Knights Errant for some more Knights of the Realm, but what I may do is try and get to some Foot Squires. Nah, they are way away, so yeah, we got a ways to go before we're touching any Foot Squires. Alright, let's just end our turn and continue to look for battles to win. Unless that army comes out of the Sacred Pools, I just don't think we're going to have what it takes to overcome. Like, that is some pretty significant lizard armies there in the Sacred Pools. Like, we are not equipped for that type of mission. Let's see, Killscribe. Thank you for being here. Killscribe, by the way, for those of you who don't know, does me the great favor and honor of counting up the kills in a lot of my campaigns. And in Alberic's Crusades, so he's got the Blood Keepers here, who are winning with 1,125 losses. No doubt whoever we go to fight soon, like these Dark Elves, are going to also get a chance to rack up some numbers. So thank you, Killscribe. You're amazing. I appreciate you being a supporter of the channel for so long. Killscribe is awesome, and I hope you're doing well in all of your real-life endeavors as well. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to end the turn. By the way, if you all want to talk to other people who play Total War games or like Warhammer or paint stuff in tabletop, feel free to go join my Discord. Link's in the description. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. It's a fun place. There's lots of nice people there. We always love having new folks come in and just have some fun discussion there. I try and drop in every now and then as well. Some of you who are in the Discord may think, well, Air, you're not there as much anymore. No. I'm not. And it really frustrates me, and the reason I'm not is because my work actually blocks Discord on their Wi-Fi. So I have to sign off of the Wi-Fi on my phone to check the Discord, but I need to be on the Wi-Fi for other things, and so if I forget to get back on, it screws things up. And so it's kind of a frustrating, it's kind of a frustrating situation, to be honest. So yeah, that's why I'm not on there as much as I would like to be. This one will be good. We get an extra growth plus 10. But yes, I will drop in there as much as I can. If I am ever streaming or holding events, that's where we're going to do it. There's chat rooms if you want to get in and voice chat with people to play games. People jump in the voice chat sometimes and hang out, play games together. So it's a fun thing to do if you're needing a group to hang with and just want some interaction with some other folks. So here we go.
Welcome to fair Bretonnia.
What is Aquitaine wanting? They want a non-aggression pact. That seems amicable. Paravon was already destroyed. Well done, Paravon.
Reputation precedes
You are absolutely outstanding. I'm going to come set up in an ambush here
it is done.
for these Druchi. They have a tremendous number of missile units, so it is a good thing that we are so cavalry heavy, or else they would rip us a new butthole. The Druchi are really a rather dangerous foe, no matter the difficulty settings. I'm kind of glad that we have not declared war on Wolfheart yet. Alright, let's see if the Druchi fall into our trap. We have an 80% chance of ambush, which is pretty solid. Watch him declare war on me here. Yeah, he wants a non-aggression pact. Not right now, no. He might declare war on me, but I think he likes me a little too much to declare war on me at the moment. In the last scenario that I played, he'd expanded more and was looking to get more aggressive. Yeah, he does have a lot of skirmishers. They have a lot more infantry than us, too. But we get the garrison from our settlement, which will help us block up some of their infantry and then truck them over. And we actually really don't even need it because it's an ambush, so I'll see you all on the battlefield. Folks, I have the battle set up. I'm going to see how quickly I can issue orders here. And I think I'm ready. Actually, we should just take all of this and kind of like click a general order to get everybody moving, and then I'll get into the specifics as we go. I'm trying to really crush all of their skirmishers back here, and we are going to pretty successfully do so with our cavalry. And then I'm going to bring Alberic in after their lord. And then I had the companions of Kinel that I accidentally misallocated on the deployment. So air being air, imagine that. Alright, we got to keep an eye on some of our units. We did go into a pretty good size ball of infantry. I'm going to actually pull cavalry that direction out of this fight because I'm going to come in and fix with infantry. None of my cavalry units are getting utterly decimated yet. And once we fix all these units with our infantry, I'm going to take these units. I'm going to try and actually remember lance formation this time. Again, none of my cavalry are getting utterly roasted at the moment. Lance formation engaged, and let's bring the charges in. And let's get you all a view here. So we got the Druchi all pinned up, and then here comes our knights in lance formation, which means they should get a pretty brutal charge bonus, though some of my units didn't actually complete the charge for some reason. There we go, we got the companions of Kinel coming in, so the Druchi are utterly surrounded and hopeless. I thought there was a few dread spears in here. Pretty sure there is, but they're not going to be able to have a lot of impact being all bunched up and outnumbered like that. Alberic is making pretty short work of this Dreadlord. We need to, it says we need to kill lords, right? So we need to make sure this guy dies. Get him, Alberic. I'm trying to bring Patchy the Paladin out here. I can't believe that some of these Druchi units are not just routed yet. I mean, they are utterly surrounded, like hopelessly surrounded. Being shot with pox arrows along the way, that doesn't seem very comfortable either. Alright. Alberic is about to KO this Dreadlord. This guy's been pretty tough. Give him some credit where credit's due. Alberic is an anti-large leader, though, so he's not really set up for this fight. That Dreadlord's not really set up for this fight either, so fortunately I end up in the slightly better situation there. But have to give the guy some respect. While he is an unchivalrous dog and deserves to be slain in the name of the lady, you know, give him credit for putting up a pretty tough fight here. He is about to go down. Patchy gonna finish him here? Oh no, Alberic put a big charge on him. Didn't actually connect though.
Slay them.
Patchy just knocked him on his can. It's doing that thing though where the AI, like, you hit them while they're fleeing and it just doesn't do anything. Something that CA really needs to fix. There we go. So the enemy lord is dead. That should lead to a chain route, and it should also result in counting towards my vow. We'll see whether or not it did. I think it did. So I will see you all back on the campaign map. Alright, a disastrous ambush for Valanduel, who sounds like a Lord of the Rings character there. We can take the cash, we can take the unit experience. I think I'm just going to snag the cash. We've got a lot of work to do in terms of buildings and other stuff now. Let them get away, which is honestly infuriating, and this happens a lot in Warhammer. There's no way they should have been able to flee that battle. They were in an ambush. I blocked the area. I was even staying there trying to kill them after the battle, but because of the glitchy nature of chasing units down after a battle, it let them get away with like near all of their forces. This is really ridiculous, and CA really needs to patch this. Like, it's something that's been a problem in Warhammer for a very long time, and we're kind of past the point where it should be unfixed. So it would be nice to see that addressed. In past Total Wars, like for instance, I remember on like Rome 1, when you ran down enemy troops after a battle, they got absolutely just demolished. As one would expect, fleeing troops. They're fleeing for their lives, they have no defense, and they get cut down at an extraordinary pace. That's exactly the way it should go. Like I said, unfortunately, that's not exactly the way it goes. Alright, so let's go with Deadly Blade and Foe Seeker. Let's get back over here to the vows. That did count, and that second one counted too, so we're well on our way to finishing the Grail vow here too, which will potentially open up all units for us. I'm gonna try and go after the Pillars of the Unseen Constellation. We do have more. This is yeah, Ricarth. That's what I was thinking. We do have Ricarth down in the Turtle Isles to the south, so we've got plenty of Druchi to dine on for a while. I don't know, maybe we should just make friends with Wolfheart and go after the Druchi. I don't know, change of plans. We'll see. We'll see. Let's play this one out. I might do that research. There is research that would help buff our armies against the Druchi, but it would make the rest of them hate me even more, and potentially make Ricarth attack me all at the same time, which he might anyway. And if he does, then I would have no reason not to do that research. But for the moment, I'm thinking maybe we err on the side of sanity here and don't over-encourage him to attack us right now. Let's see, Inductive Grunt, thank you for always commenting and being so involved in the videos. He says, good thing he came to Alberic, good thing he came to Lustria, now in Warhammer 3 after the Rumble, moved to the Southlands. Here's to your colonization efforts, and hopefully you can ally with Wolfheart and get the Empire units. Yeah, so Inductive Grunt was one of the ones who felt like those Empire units would be good in our army. Now, and they would in a lot of ways, right? The missile cavalry can be quite helpful at clearing out infantry, something that Bretonnia is not particularly good at. There are certainly benefits to the Empire units as allies. Our replenishment in this province is really quite terrible. It would be nice to have better replenishment, but that is just not a thing yet. I am going to build some defenses that are minor settlements. That needs to be a priority for us. As much as it's kind of painful to spend all that money, it certainly needs to be a priority. We are really not replenishing our knights at all unless we are in a settlement. But at the Pillars of the Unseen Constellation, unless there's another army behind that one, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can move up there and take that settlement without needing to replenish further, and then we can replenish while we're there, perhaps. The Blood Hall would be another target for us. The replenishment's a little lower here in these areas because you can see the climate is unpleasant. They're going to beg for peace already. No. Nope. Watch him confederate with Rakarth to get out of the war. That's a typical AI move. Watch, the replenishment will actually be better when I move into enemy territory. Check it out. Because it doesn't count as... Isn't that stupid? You can replenish better in enemy territory than you can in your own just because it's unpleasant climate. The casualty replenishment rate hits are too high for the unpleasant climates. It doesn't even make sense because then you move into like unfriendly territory and start replenishing as if that makes a supply chain easier or something. So again, a little bit odd, but I'm happy to take advantage of it at the moment. I need defenses here, so I'm actually going to build that one first. We're going to continue to pour our money into these buildings. We need to get all of our buildings increased. This will help us get more income buildings. It'll help us get more trade. It'll help our settlements be better defended, because you never know when another faction declares war on us and comes sweeping in behind us. You definitely want to build up your defenses as best you can. Well, that was a real mistake on Druchi's part here. Abandoning their settlement is just going to make it even easier for me to capture. That's going to leave the Wellsprings of Eternity wide open. Alright, so we're going to occupy another settlement here. This is giving me a whole lot more options for getting more peasant units too, which means that I could place a second army as needed to kind of defend a backline. So that's also helpful. Let's see. Until training. Let's go ahead and finish training, because we still don't have triple gold chevrons.
Faith is my armor.
We're getting close though, which means that Alberic, we can get the skill points now that are going to bump these guys once they hit rank 7. Because all our troops are very close to that rank 7 at this point. This building won't belong there, so let's tear that down. Get the money back and spend it elsewhere. I'm going to save my money for this turn, so that hopefully if we get enough growth at Laxland, I can build that one up. Looks like we need to go for maybe a couple more turns of growth before we can build up that capital. But I want to build the capital. At the capital, we can build the building that's going to give us access to damsels, which we need in order to get magic. And we can also up the ante in terms of recruiting. Ultimately, I think we have to get all the way up to tier 4 before we can hit more foot squires. But if we keep ranking up, we should eventually get access to the Beast Slayers of Baston, which are a very excellent infantry unit. It's only the jungle climate is suitable, but the mountain climate is not. Okay. And this one's Temperate Island. Well, Bretonnia can't handle Temperate Island. I mean, doesn't everybody hate living on a temperate island? Like, living on an island where the weather's nice all the time, I mean, that sucks, you know? Who even likes that? I know I wouldn't. Of course, being very facetious here. I'm actually going to hide right here so that maybe they don't run away and I can hit them on the next turn. Or they might double back seeing this settlement open and think that they can get an easy hit. I'm going to put a farm in here because there's no trade goods. Farm will give me a nice little chunk of income. And then let's double back over here to our other settlements. We do have the port. And we can improve here. We only needed 2. I was thinking we needed 3. So let's go ahead and improve the provincial capital there. And we're spending a lot of money on that. We're leaving ourselves a little low, but it's a risk I'm going to take at the moment. This is a nice one too. The census is going to give us extra recruitment slots. Pretty handy. I don't think we really need anything else at the moment either. Let's go ahead and grab that one. And end our turn. I'm going to get to a couple more comments here, and then I'm almost out of time for this episode, but we're making good progress here. Swine of War says for Bordeleaux, indeed. Thank you, Swine of War. Appreciate you watching. Altair the Assassin says, I have a question. Why is Alberic starting in Lustria? I don't know the exact reasons, but the Bretonnians would, you know, go off on these wars of errantry and would obviously get involved in kind of like crusading type stuff. And I think that ultimately that's the reason here. Wolfheart. I mean, I'm probably still going to kill him. So yeah, let's see. Michael says that he wants to name a knight unit the Ladies Guard. And then let's see. Thanks for being a supporter here. Let's see. Akash says name a paladin Sir Ayres a butt face. Ayres a butt face. I do like the insults to my face since I so openly, you know, said criticism. Okay, they saw my attack coming actually and then fled. That's hilarious. They're like, here, take the city, kill the women and children, just leave us alone. No problem, I'll help you out. So I am going to occupy this as well. There is a building here.
Do you know who I am?
Okay, so this one has this. I don't want the weaving houses. The farm is actually better income. So I'm not really interested in the Weaving House. Though once upgraded, maybe the Weaving House is better. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Let's go ahead and drop in the... I think it's this one here. Protectors of the Realm. Yep, Protectors of the Realm is going to give all the units that you can see down there. So it's, right at this moment, I believe it's going to be the Companions of Kinel. And it's going to be Knights Errant and our Knights of the Lion-Hearted eventually. And the others, they're going to get some nice buffs here. They're going to pick up 12 armor, 5 defense, and 12 charge bonus. This is going to make them significantly more powerful. And all of them are about to hit that tier. They're all sitting very close to tier 7, where those bonuses begin. So I feel like that puts us in pretty good shape. Making good income. Let's go ahead and end our turn. I'm going to get to a last couple of comments here. Again, appreciate those comments. Keep them coming. Let's see. Aggravated Mango says, "Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to this." Well, thank you. I hope you are enjoying it. I've been looking forward to it as well. I know it was a long time coming, but I did have a lot of work to get done in terms of preparing it. Senshi, thank you for being a channel member for so long and a huge supporter. We always love our prophet, Senshi Bat. He says, Bonnie Bretonnia, living by the sea, fond of nautical things. AI has salt spice, or salt spites. Father's magical item. There should have to be a grudge match. And yes, thank you, Senshi, for the ever prophetic words and the support. The Braid of Bordeleaux is now available to us if we capture Sartosa. That's going to be a bit of a stretch. I don't know if we're going to be capturing Sartosa anytime too soon. We do need to hit the Blood Hall, but I don't want to leave this army behind me, so we're going to wipe these losers out. And I think we should have a bit of a indulgence here and watch these guys get absolutely crushed by a massive Rohirrim type cavalry charge. Alright, no need for any infantry here. We are just going straight at the enemy. So, let you all get some sweet views of the Bretonnia Rohirrim. The Brohirrim. That's... I know it's technically Brahirum or something, but we're going with Brohirrim here for the Bretonnian Rohirrim. I'm going to actually bring my leader down in, and then whoever comes to join. So here comes Alberic with his trident. Going to be slicing down into these filthy Dark Riders who don't have much of a prayer of fending off Alberic. I think some Dread Spears are going to charge... Oh no, they're shooting at my leader. Let's bring their leader down in here. And then let's start splitting up and trashing these guys too. So those Dread Spears definitely should have braced. I've got the Companions of Kinel, so they are likely to absolutely crush that. And then over here we've broken through Dark Riders, no surprise, and we're going to come crushing into their crossbows. Their leaders, one of the only units left. So we got through the initial force over here as well, so the Dread Spears obviously not able to hold out against the Death on Hooves that is coming their direction. So that is going to be the end of those crossbows for sure. No doubt their leader has probably killed a few of our units. I don't know where he's gotten off to now. Oh, he's come over to try and join the fight. There he is. Alright, so the last stand here of the Druchi leader, somewhere in the midst of this, I think maybe down on the ground. Yeah, right down here in the middle, there's a Dreadlord who is now fleeing. So there we go. That is going to be another leader killed towards our count of 5 and a crushing cavalry victory. This is the way I like to use Bretonnia. It won't always work to your favor whenever the AI can get some spears into a good position. But Bretonnia's strength is its cavalry, and I mean, you got to use it to have some fun in their campaigns, in my opinion. Alright, so we slaughtered that army. I guess I'll go ahead and take the unit experience, because we're getting so close to the 7 Chevron level there. So that army is dead. That's going to count as another lord. We unlocked the Knights of the Lion-Hearted, which is exciting. And our vow is completed for Alberic, so he's now completed the Grail vow. We're going to be suffering some attrition out here in this, what is it? Swamp. Okay. Yeah, so we're suffering swamp attrition. That makes sense. I can understand the horse is not exactly like rolling around the swamp. We got the Peasant's Duty here, which is going to buff the Foot Squires and the Battle Pilgrims, Beast Slayers, and the Holy Wardens. So all of them would pick up 12 armor, 5 leadership, and 10% physical resistance. So definitely not a bad add. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now our key units that we're using at the moment, once they hit rank 7, will pick up additional benefits. So like, for instance, the Questing Knights here. Sorry, I said Companions of Kinel earlier. That is not a Companion of Kinel, but just look at that charge bonus. That is nasty. Like, I love it. And then the weapon strength going up is also huge. Getting that buff, like weapon strength going up, just makes your units all the more potent there. Yeah, that is a pretty wonderfully disgusting stat line that we're getting. And even the Knights Errant, which don't look all that impressive here, they'll continue to get buffed. And you're going to see these guys actually starting to be pretty impressive too as we move along. So we do need to get that extra Regiment of Renown. I don't... Yeah, we can get them at the moment. So let's go ahead and drop like a Knights Errant, but we'll merge some of these units. Like I'll do a merge on... Well, no, that's actually all we can do. So we'll kick that unit, and then we'll grab the Knights of the Lionhearted here. Alright, so there we go. We always want to stack more powerful units into here. The Companions of Kinel will come along eventually too. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you on the next episode. HeirofCarthage, signing out.